What is going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 video, and today's we'll be talking about 10 new cars that we can expect to see in Forza Horizon 5 in the upcoming future, leaked cars, expectations about the upcoming DLC for the Donut Media, and also just talk about general new cars for Series 14, 15, the Christmas update, and generally just down the line. So if you guys want to see future videos related to this, upcoming leaks, general other Forza content, and more, please consider dropping a like and subscribing to the channel with notifications on. And right now, go ahead and comment down below what cars do you want to see coming to the game over the next couple of months, and let me know your thoughts on the cars in this list. But first off, guys, we'll be starting pretty well with the BMW M5 Competition 2021. A pretty crazy car. It would definitely make sense for Forza to add more cars of this nature, given the huge positive feedback they saw for the recent BMW M4 competition that everyone's still struggling to get if they didn't manage to get one in the Series 11 update. And it's a pretty crazy car, this one itself, and definitely has a good spot in Forza. We do also have a couple other cars that have been in the game files for quite a while now and could expected or be expected to come into the game at pretty much any stage. Similarly to Forza Horizon 4, at one point in time there was around 160 cars all leaked at the same times in the game files, and pretty much by the end of the game span, around 80 of them had all been implemented. So many of these cars we see in the game files, whilst they may not instantaneously be added to the game right after being leaked in the game files, they're definitely, or very many of these cars definitely will make their way into the game over, or at least in due time. And one of these cars in particular is the 1967 Volvo 123 GT. Quite an older car, a little bit of a recycled car in general, not one I could say I'm hugely excited for, but definitely good for a little bit of variation. A lot of people do like some of the more ordinary or classic cars being re-implemented in the game, as it does switch up a little bit from more just new futuristic hypercars and supercars being added, but that's just me. Next up, guys, on that BMW trend again, we have the BMW X6M 2022, an insane SUV, relatively understated for those who don't know too much about BMWs. However, it could definitely compete head to toe with the Lamborghini Urus, so it's a pretty crazy car. I imagine if you boosted this with horsepower and Forza as well, it would definitely spice it up a fair bit and make it a huge competitor for some of the quickest SUVs in the game. And personally, I do think that Forza is certainly lacking SUVs in general right now. There's not all too many SUVs, and especially not ones that would put out power like the X6M. But next up, guys, you have the Lamborghini Huracan STO, a car I've been talking about for quite a while now. Very hopeful it will, of course, be coming into the game. We've seen a few Lamborghinis leaked. We've also seen a few Lamborghinis actually make their way into the game. We saw earlier in the game span, of course, the SVJ. We've seen other cars like the Huracan Evo, and the Huracan STO being a legal track car would be an insane car in Forza, maybe even a competitor for one of the fastest track cars in the game. Next up, guys, we have another older car, the 1962 Lincoln Continental, one that's also been in the game files for quite a while. It's pretty common for Forza in a new series, let's say 14 Horizon Festival update, they'll throw in 2 new cars, then 2 random older cars that not really anyone asked for, but it's just quite typical for Forza, especially some of these ones that have been hanging around the game files for quite a while. But if you guys are wondering how, of course, got the highest level in the game, 100 million super wheel spins, and you guys are trying to get all the new rare cars as they come out, well, guys, they'll of course be available in the upcoming Series 14 modded accounts from MitchCactus.com. These can be provided to a pre-made account, a personal account. We offer credit and super wheel spin boost packs, so that's all you're looking for, and have over 4,300 reviews, or even 4,400 reviews at this stage on our official Trustpilot page, and of course that number is only going up. There'll be a link in the pinned comment and description, so be sure to go and check that out if you guys are interested. But now back onto the video and the next car, which of course is going to be the Mercedes A35 AMG, a car that's been in the game for a little bit of time now. The 2018 model, a pretty understated yet cool car, hatchback car of course, that I'd be pretty stoked to see come to Forza Horizon 5 over the coming weeks. Let me know what you guys think of these kind of hatchback cars, your thoughts on them, comment down below. But next up, guys, similarly speaking to the A35 AMG in terms of the hatch, we've got a Peugeot 308 GTI, the 2011 model, so a little bit of an older car, basically recycled similarly to a lot of these cars, but that's simply the nature of the game files in general. Many of these cars are essentially copy and pasted from previous Forza games, similarly like we saw with this current Series 13 Horizon Festival update. Next up, guys, we have 2 cars that are actually spotted. These were actually funnily or weirdly enough spotted in animations or cinematics for the 10-year anniversary, first prologue, or some of the introductions that were shown pre to its initial release. And these cars are both the Pagani Huayra and the Aston Martin Vanquish 2011 model. So some older cars, once again we've seen before in previous Forza games, but it is pretty weird that these cars have been used to shoot footage for Forza Horizon 5, specifically promotional footage, yet aren't officially in the game. They're of course in the in-game files, so maybe this is a hint at their upcoming addition to the game. Maybe it's simply a coincidence they happen to just whip out some older cars for the sake of emphasizing the anniversary for Forza, but the Pagani and all the Aston have really little to no significance to the 10-year anniversary in general. It's not like cars like the Dodge Viper GTS, which were cover cars of Horizon 1, or at least were very iconic in their spots in a previous game. These are pretty regular cars from previous Forza games in general, so it's nothing too out of the ordinary that they'd want to show for an anniversary. So it seems as which it's more likely these cars will simply be coming in a future update. So these are 2 new leaked cars, guys. Let me know your thoughts on these cars down below. But lastly, I'll be discussing Donut Media cards. So there are a few we could expect to see, whether it's a vinyl or whether it's a wrapped car from a Donut Media series. It's an interesting debacle as many of these cars are already in Forza, but maybe we'll see Donut Media alternations or variations of them. For example, cars like the Nissan Skyline R34, we already have these in Forza, but maybe there'll be a Donut Media variation of them. Who knows? Other people seem to think there'll be some sticky collectible cars, which of course has been shown by a leaked image that I've previously discussed in another video, so feel free to go and check that out if you guys are curious. But it's fairly difficult to say what Donut Media cars we will see, but I assume there'll be a couple exclusive cars given the fact we got this new DLC, and you guys can see in the festival playlist there'll also be some Rocket Bunny kits if you're yet to already see that already. So let me know what you guys think of these cars down below. If you guys are interested in any of those Forza modded packages or just a credit and Super Wheel Spin boost pack to buy the next car or house, feel free to go and check out MitchCactus.com, and there'll be a link in the pinned comment and the description. But guys, that's going to wrap up for this video. Hope you all did enjoy. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe with notifications on. But thank you guys all so much for watching.